Welcome back, fight fans, to another episode of GTS Combat. And yo, I'm looking ahead to a highly anticipated fight. This one is UFC Fight Night on August 21st. The main event is Kelvin Gastelum taking on Jared Cannonier. And you got Jared Cannonier coming into this 13 wins, 5 losses. And Kelvin Gastelum 17 wins, 7 losses, 1 no contest. So, yeah, let's get into it. You got Kelvin Gastelum, the younger guy at 29, and Jared Cannonier, I believe, is about 37. Not too sure, obviously, if their birthdays are before the fight, so that could change. But, yeah, Kelvin Gastelum been in the UFC for quite some time. You know, former tough winner. He won the show. No one expected it. I think, who was it that time? Everyone was backing Uriah Hall to win the tough season because, you know, he was looking devastating, knocking man out left, right and centre. Whereas Kelvin Gastelum, I believe, was the youngest guy on that season. And, yeah, kind of flew under the radar. No one expected too much from him. But he's a very well-rounded fighter. You know, he can take the fight anywhere. He's quite happy to stand and trade. You know, have a bit of a technical kickboxing match. He's quite happy to do that. But he'll also mix in the odd takedown to keep you guessing. So you don't know what he's going to try to do. You don't know where he's trying to take the fight. You never know. You never feel comfortable because you don't know if he's trying to punch you in the face or he's going to duck underneath and shoot a takedown. He constantly keeps you guessing. And I believe that's why he's a tough test for anyone on any given night in the middleweight division. Whilst you got Jared Cannonier on the other hand, who's very always calm, composed, focused. Looks like he's got a kind of a death stare. He's just in the zone, walking his opponent down very kind of slow, like I said, calm and composed. His facial expression never seems to change. And yeah, Jared Cannonier, he's fought at light heavyweight, he's fought at heavyweight, so we know he's got the power. He's had the power to hurt people in the heavyweight division and in the light heavyweight division, so we can only guess, we can only imagine what his punches feel like when he's punching these middleweights in the face. Like, this is why he's knocking man out at times, because yeah, he clearly does have the heavier hands in this fight. So Kelvin Gastelum isn't going to really want to stand in the pocket and trade with Jared Cannonier. He's not really going to want to be caught in Cannonier's range too often. He's going to want to be bouncing on his toes, in and out, touching Cannonier, and I believe he's probably going to want to take this fight to the ground. We saw probably a bit of a blueprint that Robert Whittaker laid out, you know, playing it as a very well-rounded mixed martial arts fight. That's how you got to do this against Cannonier. You know, stand and trade with him at times, mix it up though, keep him guessing, never let him settle, never let him feel comfortable, never let him feel like he's in control of the pace of the fight and where the fight plays out, and never let Cannonier dictate where the fight is going to play out. You've constantly got to keep moving and keep him guessing. And Kelvin Gastelum is very good at doing that. He's, like I said, he's very well rounded and he will keep moving. He'll keep bouncing on his toes. He'll never stay still. And I feel like that is what he's got to do. It's going to be a difficult fight. I don't know how to call this one because, like I said, Cannonier could end the fight at any moment. All he has to do is, you know, land that perfect shot and it'll potentially put Kelvin Gastelum to sleep. I don't feel like Gastelum's got that kind of power to really hurt Jared Cannonier with one shot. He'll probably have to put a couple together, put a good combination together. He's kind of probably have to wear it him throughout the fight if he is to get a finish, if he is to get a stoppage. You know, a TKO is more likely for Kelvin Gastelum if he is to get a stoppage on Jared Cannonier. So potentially it could play out like that. Obviously, last time we saw Cannonier was against Robert Whittaker, where he did lose in the third round. It went to decision. He lost on decision. But in that third round, Whittaker had him hurt. He done the little 1-2 head kick, caught him. I believe he actually dropped him just shortly afterwards, you know. And then he jumps on him. He's starting to look like he could potentially finish the fight, Robert Whittaker. But Gastelum rode it out. He stayed in there. He stuck in there. And he managed to then even hurt Whittaker towards the end of the fight himself. Had Whittaker on his bike, had him running, had him trying to survive in there. So Cannonier is always dangerous. He's always deadly. And, you know, it's funny we say this because, you know, Kelvin Gastelum also, his last fight was a decision loss to Robert Whittaker. Again, that was a bit more of a chess battle. Bit more of, you know, two well-rounded fighters, both kind of point scoring against each other. And Whittaker came out on top. But prior to that, Gastelum beat Ian Heinisch. And then, obviously, just before that, it was the quick loss that he had to Jack Hermansson. But I don't obviously see that come in against Cannonier. Cannonier is not going to come in and try to submit Kelvin Gastelum. So we've got Kelvin Gastelum, who's going to have to try stay on his bike, kind of point score. Not really, actually, doesn't actually have to stay on his bike. He could kind of dictate where this fight plays out. He could stick it to Cannonier, but he will have to kind of be bouncing in and out of range while striking, and then mix it in with a takedown, in my opinion, and try control him and dominate in there, and have that control time to win the rounds. And then potentially, if he is tired, like I said, fight each round starts on the feet. If he gets Cannonier tired in them later rounds, maybe try put some shots together, have a bit more of a higher output, and then get him backed up, and then let them hands go, and you could potentially get a TKO victory. That is something that could happen for Kelvin Gastelum. Whilst I feel like Cannonier probably does need a stoppage. He's probably gonna have to, unless he can just kind of control where the fight plays out himself throughout the rounds, and just dictate the play and get the victory on unanimous decision. Also, that could happen, but I feel like it's more likely for Cannonier, if he is to stop Kelvin Gastelum, probably in rounds 2, 3, and 4 is most likely. But my official prediction is probably going to be a unanimous decision victory for Kelvin Gastelum. I feel like if he plays it safe, he game plans it, and he comes in, mixes it up, treats it like a very all-round mixed martial arts fight, just disguise them takedowns, shoots in, and controls Cannonier for the majority of the fight, is how I see this one most likely playing out. So my official prediction is Kelvin Gastelum to win this one via unanimous decision. Let me know your predictions in the comment section below. I've been your boy Jimmy. This has been GTS Combat. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Till next time.